My name is Smirna Kulenovic. I'm an artist. I'm a transdisciplinary artist, so I work with performances, with theater and with contemporary performance art. My focus is on community performances, so participative, large-scale performances, and I come from Sarajevo, from Bosnia. Yes, it's my first time in Latvia also, and in Riga as well. And I'm very happy to be here for the festival and to get this impression of Latvia full of dance and beautiful artists. So I'm presenting my work Our Family Garden, which is a performance that I did in Bosnia inside of the war trenches with 1,000 calendula plants. So 100 women together in this performance are planting these plants inside of the war trenches at the same time to heal their own trauma and memory of this space, but also to heal the soil and the land. And my work is about reconnecting people back to landscapes, rewilding people, rewilding the landscapes, and bringing this harmony that we lost in our contemporary society somehow back. And I use performance art and rituals to do that. So after showing my work and giving the lecture to people in the festival, I invited them to do a small community ritual together here in the land inside of a park in Riga. And we were singing to the land together and braiding a big braid out of grass. I'm born in the war in Sarajevo in the 90s, and I grew up in the war, and my childhood was after the war. So my first impressions of the world were really not so beautiful. I was always feeling like, why am I born here? Why I have to, out of all the people in this planet, have to be born in a destroyed city? And most of my life I was just playing in a completely destroyed Sarajevo. So the way that I was healing myself already as a kid was running away into the nature, because we have a lot of wild nature in Bosnia. So I always searched for ways to bring back peace to myself, and then working with art, the first natural thing for me to do was to try to bring back that peace to the society around me. And that's why, not just because of my own trauma, but the collective trauma that we live in Bosnia 30 years now, I decided to devote my practice to also helping others to go through the same. To keep doing art, because I think this is the biggest resistance we can do right now. And as we had the experience in Sarajevo in the 90s, cultural resistance was actually the most important for the sanity of people, because in the war it's not just to survive physically, but also how to survive mentally and how to keep creating beauty even in small scales for our everyday life, to keep going and give ourselves hope. And what I find now is that so many Ukrainian artists are continuing to do art and exhibiting and dancing and making music, and I really hope they can stay strong and keep being artists and keep staying sane. Wow, it's like already I'm here just for a short time, but I encountered so many people that think in the same way, especially about the nature and the wilderness. And I think for me, I really would love to come back to Latvia and to go to the wild nature a little bit more. So this impression of some kind of state of peace that is surrounding all the landscapes here, this is the strongest impression I have. And also how young artists are inspired by nature. I find that very beautiful.